So here we are then, race 2, the Canada Central American block here at the Nürburgring GP circuit. Rolling start here again today. Let's take you through the grid. It's Gallen there in first position in the Porsche 911 RSR, followed by Brooks in the F1 VGT. Third position is Pinnell, our GT Academy finalist, or winner I should say, in the WRX Subaru. Then it's Valverde, our another real-life driver here in the Lexus. And it's Khan in the AMG Mercedes starting in fifth position. Sixth is Gertz in the memorable Volkswagen Beetle. Then Gorski is in seventh position in the M6 GT3. Move down to eighth, our only Mexican driver in the competition, we have Trevino. In ninth position in that awesome-looking NSX, it is Rory True. And then last but certainly not least is Santolino in the Alpha 4C. So here we are then at the Nürburgring GP circuit, and Chris is going to talk you through the start.
Yeah, well, one thing me and Jimmy talked about pre-race, no one on the soft tyres, which is a very interesting situation. So we've got the top four on the medium, followed by Gortz and Trevino, and then everyone else is on the hard tyre. So let's see how that mixes things up. Well, were you surprised about no one on softs?
I thought we might see our pole sitter, Jeffrey Gallen, perhaps go with the soft tyre and try and get a bit of an early gap. But of course, as you mentioned, only about 1 or 2 laps of usage around here of the soft tyre before they really fall off the cliff. So it'll be interesting to see how strategy develops when they're all starting on mediums and hards.
Well, considering how well it worked for Igor Fraga, I'm surprised Gallen didn't go for it, but he, I'm sure, has a strategy in his mind. And as we said, the tyres around here on the softs could only last about 2 laps. So let's go racing then for the second time here in Las Vegas. 10 laps ahead of us, 2 more spaces in the World Finals up for grabs. 3, 2, 1, here we go then. Gallen leading us down towards turn number 1, immediately pulling over to try and break the toe from Brooks. Pinnell is there in third place. He's got a very good run off the start, and he's already closing in on Brooks. Will he dive to the inside? He was certainly having a think about it. Valverde is in fourth, Khan in fifth. Let's hope we don't see any first corner dramas like we did before in the South America block. I think everyone may have got through safely. Santolino is just dropping off the back of the field, but we'll touch on that a little bit later. He, of course, is expecting to do so. Gallen, meanwhile, leading the way out front. Brooks is there in second. Overall, a clean and tidy start, Jimmy.
Nice clean start indeed. They're the top 4 starting to break away from the rest of the pack with Valverde. They're our real-life racing driver in the Costa Rican Touring Car Series, really harrying Pinnell in front. Subaru, and here comes Gertz throwing one up the inside there, almost contact with Khan and the AMG Mercedes. So Beetle on AMG. It's going to be a drag race downhill that the AMG will most likely win. It's in front right now, coming down to the hairpin for the first time. Great overtaking spot here if you're close enough. Gertz isn't quite close enough, but we'll still look up the inside. Khan goes a bit wide there, and now Gertz and Khan will go side by side, coming up to the Schumacher S. Khan just pulls ahead right now, has track position, and keeps fifth for now.
Yes, he does, but Khan under a severe amount of pressure here from Gertz as they head into the left-hander. Let's see, we've got Gallen breaking away out front. Brooks, Pinnell and Valverde battling away for second, and Gertz harrying Khan here. He's giving him, I think, a little bit of a tap, and Khan's gone off. Khan into the gravel here, and he's going to lose another place to Trevino. Gertz in that Beetle has broken away. What did you make of that?
We'll have to do that again. Might have been a little bit of contact there. Either that or Khan got scared off.
Oh, and another incident. That's, Valverde.
Yes.
I think Valverde, or was it Pinnell who went off?
I think Pinnell went off there, Chris. Valverde took the position there. You can see the blue Subaru in the background now taken out of third position. And they're sort of falling to the back. Here's a replay of that. So here's Valverde in the background behind you. And there's Pinnell in front. Brooks is very slow into the chicane. I think it might have caught Pinnell off guard. And then he had to miss the chicane and then drop a position and a little bit of oversteer just to make things worse when trying to put away again. So here is your leader, Gallen, Jeffrey Gallen, doing pretty well right now out front in the 911 RSR. There is Brooks behind in the F1 VGT. Valverde, of course, we touched on already. We got to walk around scene with him yesterday. Very nice guy, very fast guy. Race 2 times race winner in the Costa Rican Touring Car Championship. So this guy knows his way around a race car.
Yes, he does. No surprise to see Gallen out front. Actually, when we spoke to him yesterday, he said it's quite simple. He's not only here to qualify, he's here to win the whole thing. So Geoffrey Gallen feeling very confident coming in to this week. Now second place, Brooks and Valverde. I wonder what Valverde's tactics is going to be here. He's seen that Pinel has dropped off the track and now fallen back. He's sort of in a very good position here, Jimmy, because you can see second place, you can see that spot in the world's just ahead of him. He's got 8 more laps to go at the end of this. He can really just take his time.
Saying that, he went a bit too quick there into the hairpin at the bottom of the track. The front tyres didn't quite bite. They did the second time, but by then he already got wide. Lost a little bit of time to Brooks in the front. Now, of course, as we mentioned before, if you've just joined us, the first 2 go through to the World Finals automatically. 3rd to 8th for the repechage, and 9th to 10th, then competition is over. And right now, of course, this is the battle for essentially a free ticket through to the World Finals. So I'm sure Valverde will be really trying to harry Brooks in front. Right now the gap is about a second, but we saw last lap Brooks was actually pretty slow for the chicane, so let's see if it's a repeat of last lap, shall we?
Yeah, Brooks, he only started playing it, he only started sort of getting involved in sim racing one year ago, so he's developed to this very, very quickly. Brooks, very talented driver indeed. He's got a professional racing driver behind him, and he's dealing with this pressure incredibly well, Brooks. He's 2 seconds behind Gallen. They're on the same tyre strategy. No surprises really, Jim. If you look to the left, top 6 on the mediums, rest on the hards.
I'll tell you what though, Chris, Pinel is starting to bring the gap down slightly there in 4th position. It's kind of a little bubble right now. It's got Gertz behind him though in the Beetle. There's Trevino as well, again our only Mexican competitor here today. Great to have him racing alongside the Canadian Central America block. Of course, the other person makes up the rest of the nationalities. It's Valverde, our only Costa Rican. Great to have him here as well.
Yeah, talking about that, Trevino, who we spoke to yesterday, he's said one of his aims this week is to try and grow the game back home. So he's hoping to get more Mexicans involved with playing GT Sport at this level, which was really great to hear. So he wasn't really talking about trying to win or anything like that. He just wants to kind of do his country proud, which was great to hear. Now, one thing about Brooks, which he told us yesterday, is tends to mess up on the last lap. So I don't know if Valverde may have been listening into that at all, but if he has done, then he will sit in 3rd place and wait for the last lap.
Well, we asked him what he wanted to try and accomplish. He just said, I don't want to crash on the last lap again. They were his words. So, of course, Valverde will probably be privy to that information now, as you say, Chris, and try and chase him down in that Lexus. Car's a bit of a boat compared to the rest of the cars out there. Of course, these Group 3 cars based on real-life cars, real-life Group 3 cars as well, GT3 cars, and you can see that here. Pretty quick, bit of downforce as well, about 560 brake horsepower, and very fun to drive if you know what you're doing, so not very fun for me.
Now, I'm going to put you on the spot a bit. When do we expect to see mediums in? When do we expect to see hards in? And another question, Valverde, if he sees Brooks come in, does he go the extra lap, or does he just follow in play the same strategy?
Well, let's see if they come in this lap. And Valverde decides to come in this lap nice and early. So let's see what tyre he goes to. I'm going to take a gamble and say he'll probably go to the hard. We'll see. He does go to the hard tyre, so he's going to try and use the hard tyre, maybe a short middle stint, and then try and use the soft tyres at the end for a flying finish. Now, coming in this early, behind the competitor, also gives you something else. It gives you a clean track. No one in front of you, no one behind you, just focus on trying to put in fast lap times. Let's see where he comes out. Comes out in 6th position. There goes Gorski in front of him as well. So he's come out in an okay place, but if he gets onto the back of Gorski, he's got to get past him. Quickly. Otherwise, he's going to start losing time in traffic.
Yeah, he's got Chris Gorski, the 49-year-old, representing it for the older generation, just ahead of him. They're in 5th place. We had 2 more drivers come in, Gortz and Trevino. So interesting to see. 3 drivers have come in. Brooks will probably know that Valverde's come in. How's he going to respond to this? I wonder. Does he come in this lap, or is he going to try and go maximum amount on these medium tyres?
We'll see. The hard tyre is the slowest tyre of all the compounds, as you will probably know if you're watching this stream, or this recording, I should say, sorry. But we'll say that... sorry, I'm just finishing the ball because watching some track. Gorski and Valverde. What we were saying before, Valverde goes right to the outside, and now this is pretty much a nightmare for the Costa Rican driver. He needs to get by Gorski as quick as possible. He's on fresher tyres right now, so the car will be faster for him, but he can't do anything if there is a big BMW M6 size roadblock in the way.
Yes, and Gorski defending as well. I was about to say Gorski's just going to pull over and let him through, but that was not the case. They were going into a right-hander and not a left-hander, so Gorski is defending here from Valverde. Valverde is going to be quickly getting very frustrated here, but Gorski just getting a bit of oversteer there now as they head down towards the chicane. Up the road we've got Khan, who has yet to come into the pits as well. Will we see? Yes, Valverde lunges down the inside into the chicane, 5th place. There you go.
Had to get that done, but I fear the damage has already been done to Valverde's race. He lost a couple of seconds there, having to fight, I think, Brooks, Gallen and Pinel in, and Pinel is actually going to go for the soft tyre, so the first 5 runners to opt for the softer tyre. Let's see how it works out for him. It's always good to throw a spanner in the works when it comes to strategy, just trying to confuse the other drivers. There's Khan, who we saw take a trip into the grass earlier on in the race. I think he is still yet to pit. So Gallen makes a pit stop, comes back out in the lead, so great pit stop for him, of course. He's followed by Khan, and Valverde is up into 3rd place, so he has made the position, Chris.
Yes, he has indeed, so good tactics there from Valverde. Gallen, pretty much this is what Igor Fraga did in the South American block race, just pulling away out front even after a pit stop. So Gallen playing his cards right at the moment. Khan there in 2nd place, the highest of the non-stoppers. Here's a good little battle going on between Gorski and Pinel. Now, I think Pinel, it was Brooks, wasn't it, who has a penalty, 0.4 seconds, and Pinel into 5th.
Yep, so Pinel, this could be a bit of the redemption for him here. He can maybe get past Brooks and then get onto the back of Valverde and try and get into a position where he can then challenge for what will probably be an overall 2nd position. But Brooks slows down on the inside because of the penalty. But now cats over the nose, says that's mine now, thank you very much. And Brooks has no choice but to follow him up the hill towards the S.
Yeah, so Brooks, I imagine taking a bit too careful, running wide somewhere, picked up a penalty. Pinel into 4th as a result. And we are yet to see Santolini into the pits, and Khan as well. Let's quickly touch on Santolini. First ever time using a wheel coming into here. Last night he wasn't even going to compete in this, but with a little bit of an inspirational talk from the likes of Lucas Ordonez and some of the other staff here, he's decided to go out and give it a go. And Santolini, at least he's out there trying and experiencing this event.
Exactly, it would be a real shame to lose someone before the race even begins, but that will give it a go. Of course, it can be very difficult transitioning from a one control effort to another, especially when you're so used to one. Meanwhile, battle of the 2nd, Khan peels into the pit lane as we knew he would, and now here we go. It's now a straight fight between Valverde and Pinel. Now Pinel's on the soft tyre, so he's going to have the speed advantage here. He goes to the inside straight away, making his intentions known to the Costa Rican touring car driver. Valverde held his line on the outside. He's not going to come defensive. Now we'll probably see Pinel come to the inside, try and let brakes. See Valverde very slowly moved over to the right there, just squeezed into the inside. That side-by-side through T1. Looks like Pinel has the drive there on those soft tyres, and he moves up into 2nd. But bear in mind, of course, he still has to use another compound of tyres, and Valverde does have the softs in reserve.
We just saw Khan in, by the way. Gorski is now in as well, so top 9 have all pitted. Pinel, this really is crucial for his strategy. He had to get past Valverde there. Now let's see what he can do to this 4-second gap to Gallen. It should come down, of course, given he's on the soft tyres. How much do you think he can bring it down with those soft tyres? They're not going to be lasting too much longer. Surely he'll be coming in this lap or the next.
Yeah, he doesn't have much time to bring that gap down. He'll probably get a couple of seconds. Of course, he'll come in after on the harder tyre himself. Those around him will be in the soft tyre and they will pull away again. So really right now I think his plan is just to try and have track position and try and put himself in a position where he can defend. But we know how good the soft tyre is at all these circuits. Of course, it lasts a very short amount of time, but while it's on, it's a very fast tyre. So we'll just have to wait and see how that pans out.
I think he might be kind of anticipating a last 2-lap battle, which would just chew the tyres. So potentially that might have been Pinel's strategy. Who knows? Brooks, in the meanwhile, is catching Valverde, which could become the battle for 2nd very shortly. This is the battle between the Mexican Trevino and Khan over 6th place as they come onto the back straight. Khan just having a little look down the inside. He's got to get this done into the chicane, I think.
Oh, putting a nose up the inside there. The kick don't usually do that, so Trevino goes to the inside to defend, but Khan pulls out in the AMG a bit late with the brakes, so there might be a little bit of contact. Khan was kind of forced Trevino there onto the curb on the inside. I think it was still a clean move there, but a little bit robust from Khan. But up to 6th place in the AMG, Trevino down to 7th.
Well, of course, this is the Americas Regional Finals. Robust is exactly where you've got to be if you want to make it through to the world. So good driving there from Khan. Gallen still leading. He'll probably be coming in this lap or the next, I'm assuming. Pinel, meanwhile, continues to bring the gap down. There he is, but this could potentially be his last lap before coming into the pits. That incident is actually under investigation between Khan and Trevino.
I did think it was a tad robust. We only had the one angle though, so we'll leave it to our stewards to see what they think, and we'll get back to you if there is an update. Now, Valverde has fallen back a little bit from Pinel. That's the battle really to watch. It's about 3 seconds of it now. Now we have Brooks as well behind him. He's going to come up from nowhere as well. Looks like Valverde's really having a tough time on these hard tyres, Chris.
He is, isn't he? Sometimes different tyres, do they suit different colours, is it? Or is that why some people seem to struggle sometimes?
I think sometimes it just suits different drivers. Some people can really get the time out of the harder compounds of tyres, and then when it comes to soft, they're even quicker. But some struggle, and it seems that Valverde, a real-life racing driver, will get that in there a few more times before the end of the broadcast, I think. He is struggling right now, but he needs to hold off Brooks, and I think really, ideally, he needs to come in next lap, put on the softs, and try and go to the end. Otherwise, he's going to be probably forfeiting that trip to the finals, or automatic in the top 2 places. Brooks now swarming all over the back of Valverde. Surely now it's only a matter of time. They're coming down the back straight, almost a back straight, with a kink here as well. Chris and I have sat up there on that stand to the right. Yes. Very great view. It'll be great to see this. Valverde goes defensive. He's not looking to let Brooks by any time soon. Comes back across to the line. That's going to slow him down. British chicane, no. Will he come into the pit lane? He comes straight across. They're both into the pit lane. Valverde holds third, Brooks in fourth. I think now they've both got the soft tyre to use for a flying finish.
And Pinel's come in as well, crucially. Now, I think this is exactly what Pinel wanted. Go on the soft tyre and leave those two to fight. So this could be a perfect strategy being played out by Pinel. It's a bit of a gamble, but let's see what happens. They're all into the pits to make their second and final stops. Gallen has stayed out meanwhile and will be in this lap, no doubt. There we go. It was as close as it was before, of course. Valverde and Brooks, and they've got I think Trevino's about to come into shot any second now. Yes, there he is. So Trevino will probably just want to go straight past these guys who have come out on fairly cold tyres.
Now, I think ideally what will happen is Valverde and Brooks will try and work together to get onto the back of Pinel on those hard tyres. He's going to go to the end now, just keep going. Who just won't come in at all now, so they need to make sure they get onto the back of Pinel and not squabble between themselves, otherwise they might just both do themselves out of that second place there to go through to the finals. But Pinel looking good out there, if not a little bit sideways.
It's worth noting they did a qualifier for the repechage races, so it doesn't matter if you finish third, doesn't mean you're going to be pole for the repechage. They did a qualifier, and that's going to determine where they start. Now there goes Valverde down the inside, of course. Brooks goes with him, so a good move there from Valverde. Gortu, of course, is on a completely different strategy. I think, allowed that move to happen without too much hassle. He is there in 6th place, Jimmy.
So where's Khan? Where is Khan?
He is third.
Further up the road, so I'm just thinking in terms of track position, Khan will probably be in this lap, and that will allow then Valverde and Brooks to go after Pinel, who's in 2nd place right now. They're pretty much all in frame right now. Valverde just about has the advantage, but here we are again, coming down the back straight. We've seen that Brooks wants to try and move here, so he'll be in the slipstream of the Costa Rican driver. Will he pull to the inside? Valverde holds the inside, holds the line. Brooks is going to try and go the long way around the outside. No, I don't think so. Valverde's just got him for now. Brooks, no room there, Sunshine, I'm afraid. Has to pull back behind the Costa Rican driver. And we're going to go on for another lap.
Well, this thing of working together, it's just not happening, is it, at the moment? Valverde and Brooks, there they can see Pinel just ahead. There goes Gallen. He's going to be back out into the lead. So Gallen, absolutely no problems. He's got a bit of a comfortable lead. Brooks and Valverde under investigation for that little bit of defensive driving, I'm assuming.
Very similar move between Khan and Trevino we had before as well. So we haven't heard from that yet. So again, we'll wait until we know what's going on. Valverde has a tiny bit of a gap now to Brooks, more than he's had in the last 2 laps anyway. And there is Pinel starting to struggle on those hard tyres, and really now it's smelling blood in the water for 3rd and 4th position. They're probably going to just breeze by him. Pinel goes very wide. They're really trying to eke as much time out as possible of that Subaru, but I don't think the tyres have it in them. And Valverde and Brooks getting closer and closer.
Yes, Pinel, he's going to be almost a bit of a roadblock here, isn't he, if he starts defending? Is he going to start doing that? Would you start defending?
Oh,
I think
100%.
he has to,
I would be all over it. I would not giving in cheap with the bad tyres. And here comes Valverde. Look how late on the brakes he can be compared to the rest of the guys.
Brooks.
He's gone for a late apex. Watch this run out of the corner. He's going to try and have a go up towards the Schumacher S. Goes to the outside, not really a place you want to overtake. Yeah, backs out of it, thinks better, tries to get the run on the exit instead. Valverde is stuck right up behind the rear spoiler of Pinel. And now Brooks goes to the outside. He's going to try and do both of them. Let's see what happens. Valverde's kind of stuck. They go 3 wide almost now. Brooks goes around the outside. Will he take both of them? No, he's stuck on the inside now behind Pinel. But he gets Valverde, so he's got one. And now he has Pinel to deal with. Goes to the inside instantly. Look at this, Chris. 3 cars all battling for the last place in the finals.
Crazy stuff. Pinel's going to have to defend into the chicane. Oh, and they're banging wheels just behind there, Valverde and Brooks. Valverde there to the left of your picture, briefly into 3rd place. Oh, and Pinel's gone wide. Pinel's off, and Valverde and Brooks are side by side. Brooks to the outside there for the last corner. Valverde might have the run on the inside there. I think they're just about going to make contact, but they get through. Brooks still in 2nd, Valverde 3rd. Last lap board is going out. Galland leading the way by almost 10 seconds, but this for the last guaranteed spot in this place, in this race to the World Finals. Brooks versus Valverde.
You're going to do one thing tonight, watch this lap. It's going to be spectacular. Valverde and Brooks all over each other through this first stadium section. Brooks goes to the inside. Valverde tries to run around the outside, get the exit, but he's still going to be hung out to dry. If he can stay there though, he's going to have the inside line for this tight right-hander. No, not quite. He can't really make a move through there. Brooks has the better exit. Now Valverde is the one chasing. Now we've seen that he likes to go for the last minute lunge, the last minute send, as we say. So we'll see what he does coming down to the hairpin. Brooks will have one eye on his mirror and one eye in front. And Valverde, of course, very experienced in touring car racing and getting by, perhaps when there isn't really a space to get by. Brooks will be aware of that. Let's see how it plays in.
Let's have a look then. Valverde, of course, took a very wide line, as you said, and here it is. He's going to try and get that run up to the Schumacher.
Brooks slides.
Yeah, bit of a mistake out of the hairpin there. That's going to lose all of his momentum through the Schumacher S. Here comes Valverde. He's getting closer, getting closer. It's all going to go down to that final chicane, isn't it? And Brooks there into the left-hander. Valverde closing in. He's thinking of the final chicane already, Jimmy. He's playing it out in his head. Here we go. Brooks is going to have to defend. Valverde may try for the outside, but I think
he's a bit too far back.
Yeah, I think Brooks may have just done a tremendous second sector there.
Will we have a last-minute lunge? The gap is coming down, but it's about 6 tenths now between Brooks and Valverde. He's just fallen off in the last couple of sectors. I think his tyres are gone. How late can he be in the brakes? Jeffrey Galland will be the one coming through to win the race in the Porsche 911 RSR. There it is. Congrats there to Jeff Galland for running a fantastic race. But the battle still rages for 2nd place. It will be Brooks who will take the position from Valverde, and he will be going through to the World Finals. What a fantastic race for 2nd.
Brilliant stuff. Galland and Brooks into the World Finals, the 2 Canadians.